Okay, I'm going to do a little video review of my carport tarp tent, whatchamacallit, from Harbor Freight. It says, I don't know what it is, but you know what they are. This is about the third cover I've had on this one. The cover usually lasts about 3 years, 2 to 3 years, and then you're going to have to replace it, but you can order a new one from Amazon, or you can buy a whole new kit and have extra legs for if anything goes wrong, you got some spare parts. One of the first things I do is I cut the legs off, cut about 8 inches off of them with a pipe cutter, because as they are, the tents are so tall that they're really spindly and just not very stable in a good wind. This one has been in near tornado conditions and stood firm and never had a problem. Another thing I do is I buy these buckets from Lowe's and I cut some drain holes at the bottom. I don't know if you can see one there. There's one. Fill them up with gravel, and that'll give a lot more stability to your tent. I also epoxy the little plastic feet onto the bottom of these legs. Another thing that I like to do, because these will pull apart if they start blowing in the wind pretty good, is I get some self-tapping screws with the hex head and put those in at just about every joint, including many up there at the top. Another thing that I discovered was, in a wind, this part's going to fill up with rainwater and really bow down like this. Originally I just would take a pair of scissors and poke a hole there to drain the water, but on this one I installed grommets that'll drain when that starts bowing down. It'll drain that water out. I also put some grommets here and there on that side and there, all of them about in the middle. So if it starts stretching, and they will a little, then I'm going to attach another weight here, like a antifreeze jug filled with water, to pull that down taut, to pull this bow out up here. One thing I have done to get the bow out is I've taken self-tapping screws and put them in on the outside before I pull this tight. So see how loose it is here? That'll gather water if it really comes a downpour, and it gets really heavy. So put you some drain holes in if you got a. By the way, the Harbor Freight grommet kit, it's not that great. When you use the hammer to hammer the two parts together, just give it a couple of taps. It's really easy to over hammer them, and then you wind up with that kind of crap there, but it'll work. Just don't get too heavy with the hammer. One other thing I like to do, I like to take antifreeze or oil jugs, fill them about half full of water, and attach them to this. There's really no place to tie this stupid cord here, but if you have a little weight pulling down on it, it not only makes the structure more stable, but it also helps keep this cover tight, good and tight. Use your guy wires and use them, intelligently. Put them where you can. See, I couldn't put one here because I got cars coming through, and this one I really had to put way over. That got one there, and I put one on my swing set. But again, if you'll do this, you'll get a lot of wear out of these things, especially the frame. If you get it anchored well, it'll put up with a lot of wind. But again, shorten it if you can. Be sure to measure your vehicle and be sure it's going to clear these edges when you pull in, and then lower it to what you need. Because like I said, as is, they're tall and spindly and more prone to getting those long poles bent in a good rain. But so far, I've only had one incident where a pole bent, and that's when a I got a lot of snow on it. So if it starts snowing, you got to come out here with a long broom and keep that stuff raked off, because it does not like large amounts of snow. Okay, well, that's my review. Good luck with yours, and enjoy it. Goodbye.